Welcome to this day 2 of Learning Rhythm Pad series. I hope you have all gone through the yesterday's video of day 1 and the lesson 1, and you have learned the basic exercises, the right, left, the flam, the paradiddles, and the basic beat which we formed using these combinations in the previous video. Okay, so today we are going to dive a little bit more into this, and we are going to learn new patterns, new beats. Little bit complicated one, not that much complicated, little bit, okay, so that every one of you can follow it easily. Okay, so we are going to start with the simple right left pattern again today, and those who have watched the previous video would know the order of these videos, right? So we are going to start from a basic one, and slowly we are going to add some complex stuff into our patterns, and each day I am going to give you exercises and homework which you have to practice and follow, and make sure you practice each one of the exercises so that it will be easy for you in the next class. Okay, so and as I said even yesterday, there is a 1 hour video which I will explain the notations and everything in that. So if you are watching this video new, I kindly request you to go and watch that 1 hour video plus the yesterday's video, and then follow this video, so that will be easy for you to follow the upcoming days. Okay, so we'll start with today's class. And this is the first one which you are going to see today. So as you are seeing in the screen now, we are going to start the simple snare drum pattern. So it's going to be 8th note followed fully on the snare. Okay, you know the snare sound. So this is the snare drum sound, and we are going to play 8th notes in the snare drum, that is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Yesterday we saw till the quarter notes, right? So your quarter note we add 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this one is 8th notes, where we play 2 beats for every count. That is, if I say 1, I will play 1, then for 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so make sure it is ta 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 ta, and not like this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is 8th note. 8th note is 2 beats per count. Okay, that is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Also you could say it as 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we are going to start now. Now to do this, we are going to use both the hands, the right hand as well as the left hand. We are going to play simply right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Or also 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if you are watching this video, do follow along this video. I'll go as much slow as possible, but we are going to cover a lot of things in each day within 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so do try along when I play, and if you find it difficult, you can watch the video as many times as you want, and make sure you practice them before the next class. Okay, so we're going to do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, or else 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, this is the first one which you're seeing in the screen now. The second one, what we are going to do is, as we did yesterday, we are going to include the hi-hats along with the snare and the bass which you are playing. Okay, so it's basically any patterns you take, it's just we are striking the pad using both the hands, right, using the left hand and the right hand, and sometimes we need to combine together and play, sometimes we are playing them separately. Okay, so just to get this control, we are practicing this exercise. So if you in a way you can to get this control, then it will becomes easy for you. Okay, so make sure you have this control when you play, and don't play that too much hard like this. Okay, so make sure you have a proper control when you play. So we're going to try the second one. Second one, it's easy again. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, but there is a hi-hat pattern throughout. Okay, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, if I want to say it will be like ta ta. Okay, so it's good to sing what you play. Okay, so it's ta ta. Okay, fine. This is the second one, and we are going to move to the third one. So third one, as you can see, now we are including the bass along with the hi-hat. Okay, so basically to form a beat, we require a bass drum, hi-hat, and a snare drum. Okay, so first we are splitting them so that we play bass and hi-hat together, and then hi-hat and snare together. Then we combine these both. Okay, so if you saw the second one, what we did was we played the hi-hat and snare. Right. Now in the third one, we are going to play bass and hi-hat together. So as you see there, it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay. Tun, tss, 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 tun, tss, tss, tss. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we are going to do it little bit slowly so that you all could follow. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So now if you are completely beginner to this, in your pad you may have the bass drum on your left side. Okay, so that isn't a problem. It depends on your own preference. Okay, so if you want to keep it at the left, you can keep it at the left, or if you want to keep it at the right, you can keep it at the right. Okay, so now I'm doing it at the right, keeping the bass at the right, so don't get confused. Okay, the next thing, finally we are going to form a beat today. Okay, so to play this beat, we are going to include what we did separately, the second exercise and the third exercise. Now we are going to combine it. Okay, so if you combine it, it will be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now we'll do it as much slow as possible. So if you see the fourth one, so first count bass drum hi-hat, and on the and we have the hi-hat, and on the 2 we have hi-hat and snare drum, then again on the and we have the hi-hat, then 3 bass drum hi-hat, then the and hi-hat, on the snare drum hi-hat, then again on the and it's the hi-hat. Okay, so if we do this slowly, it will be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so you could see a sentence mentioned there. So it's a basic 8th note rock beat. Okay, so it's a basic 8th note rock beat. This is very easy. Anyone can play it very easily. Okay, just it requires a little practice for you to play. Okay, so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So try practicing with the metronome, and as I said yesterday, make sure you have the spacing between these notes, these counts properly. Okay, it shouldn't be like, okay, so it shouldn't bounce like that, and make sure you got the space and the timing perfectly in sync, because as a rhythm player your timing is the key. Okay, so you can practice with the metronome and make sure you get the timing perfect like this. Even if you play it ultra slow, or even if you play it fully fast, make sure you have the space between these counts properly. Okay, now the next thing we are going to see, okay, this is the next one. The fifth thing which we are going to see is we are going to create a different patterns using this combination. Okay, now you got an idea of where to play the bass drum, snare drum and hi-hat, regarding the counts, the note values, everything. Okay, now you got an idea of the complete beginner level, you have got an idea. Okay, now we are going to develop patterns. So as you progress from here, we are going to form patterns and try them one by one. So if you find a little difficult to understand these note values and these understanding the parts of the drums, so kindly watch the previous video, again yesterday's video, and also the 1 number video. So be thorough in that, be thorough with the basics, so that it will be easy to follow in the upcoming days. Okay, now after this we can go little bit faster. Okay, because these are easy if you know to understand them. Okay, so if you see here, it's basically the hi-hat going on all the counts, that is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So your bass drum is on 1 as well as the and of 1, and on 3 as well as the and of 3. Okay, so it is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So your snare drum is on 2 and 4, right? So I'll play it again slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's all. As simple as that. Okay. And we are going to move to the sixth one. Sixth one, if you see, it's going to be little tough. I won't say it is very tough, little tough, but if you play that slowly, you can understand it. Again, we are going to find where the bass, hi-hat and snare are coming. Okay. So your hi-hat is on all the counts, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The bass is on 1 and of 1, then again and of 2 and on 3. Okay. So if you play the bass alone, it will be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then again the snare drum is same as the fifth one. It's on count 2 and 4, right? So we'll play the sixth one slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so we're going to try it again a little bit faster now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again, for these patterns, if you find them difficult, do sing them. Okay, do sing the patterns which you play, like tun tun ta tun tun tss, ta tss, tun tun ta tun tun tss, ta tss, tun tun. That's all. This is the sixth one. Okay, so these are little tough if you're a beginner, but once you learn them, it will be easy for you. Okay, the next one, the seventh one. So yesterday we saw fill, right? And I told you what is the fill and where you should apply them. Today we are going to see another basic eighth note fill. Okay, again for this we are going to start with snare, move to tom 1, tom 2, tom 3. Okay, we are doing the seventh one. So seventh one, if you see, the first two counts are in snare. The next two counts are in tom 1. The next two are in tom 2 and the final two are in tom 3. Okay, so it's ta 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 ta. Okay, the same way if you see the eighth one, we are going to play using the tom 3 and the snare. Okay, so it's like this. You're going to keep the hands on tom 3 and snare, and you're going to play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So here we apply a concept called crescendo, where we increase the volume from the low to the high. Okay, since it's only on snare and the tom 3, we can't simply play like. Okay, it won't be nice. Okay, so if you're using a DTX pad, you have the touch sensitivity where you can adjust the strikes, right? So if you play that really soft, it will be. Okay, you can get a feel like this. Okay, so again for this we are going to do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so these things you can apply in a normal 4/4 beat. Now I am going to play a normal 4/4 beat and I am going to apply these patterns. Okay. That's all fine. So these exercises are very easy. So if you follow them day by day, you can understand them easily. Okay. And the final one, as you can see here, it's a combination of the 8th note and quarter note, and the 10th one also. So it's again the combination of the 8th note and the quarter note. Okay. So you're going to take the last two things as homework, the 9th one and 10th one as homework. And if you have any doubt in the 9th and 10th, please do post in the comment below, so that I can check which doubt you're having in that. So tomorrow we are going to learn few more patterns, a little bit few more advanced concepts. Okay, so I hope these lessons are useful to you. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, do subscribe. And if you have any doubts in these lessons, do post them in the comments below. I'll definitely help you. Okay, it's no use if you just attend these lessons, watch these things, watch the way I teach and go. Okay, so you should take these lessons when you practice and start to build your own patterns, own techniques, own fills, everything. Okay, so always keep in mind, only if you practice you can see your progress. Okay, so just practice 20 to 30 minutes daily, that's more than enough. Thank you. We'll see you in tomorrow's class.